Psychic medium Christopher Allan recently visited the show and gave readings to our staff.
I feel like in the family there's a story about somebody who was raised by a non-biological parent, like somebody raised a child that wasn't their own kid because of the absence of the actual parent. But they show me that because I'm supposed to share with you I'm adopted, and I don't think I'm supposed to say actual adoption, but as if like the grandmother had to raise the grandchild because of the absence of the parent. Yes. His mom's mom also passed away for us. We were really close with her. Must make it seem like, you know, I am synonymous with, we have Jesus and we have grandma when we think about like, get me a parking spot or something. She wants me to joke about that. She also wants me to say, even though you're Why, do you actually call on your grandma for your parking spots?
No, but I park for free. So I'm always like, Jesus, and I'm like, Grandma. That's kind of funny.
Oh my God. So there is parking involved with why we say grandma and Jesus.
Yes.
He just wants me to joke about that. Okay. Also wants me to say, even though you are part of, I guess, the crew here, I'm supposed to make it seem like you should be in front of the camera, or there's the aspect of, one of that's what we're striving to do, or one of our goals in life is to somehow be involved in the world of production, but almost, I don't know if you ever try photography or modeling or actress.
I went to school for acting.
Okay. She wants me to make it seem like, why don't we go back to this idea again? Like, she's supporting you when other people maybe say, all right, like, let's think about living in the real world. She wants me to say she's your biggest fan. She also tries to get me to joke about Michael Jackson. So I wonder if there's somebody in the family that actually can do that whole Billie Jean dance, but she wants me to say, I'm supposed to sing, like I'm supposed to dance like Thriller, or who does like, who knows the choreographed moves of Michael Jackson?
My sister.
Yeah? Do she ever just in the middle of a hangout or a party just decide to break out and do?
If it plays, she will.
Okay.
100%.
So she wants me to bring that up because I cannot do such thing. So it wants me to say that. Did somebody just move in the last 12 months? So who just moved?
My niece.
Okay. Also, she tries to get me to say, wasn't somebody like hit? Like we're connected to somebody who was struck by a car and lived to tell about it, or they survived like a car accident. She wants me to say somebody had a near-death experience where they were.
My niece.
What happened to her?
She was in a really, really bad car accident.
Okay. Same niece we were just talking about? So how long ago was that?
About a year.
So was grandma already passed by then? No, just my way to bring up like the near-death experiencer had an angel watching out for her. Who do you think it was? So it's lucky that she's okay. I wonder if she just has whiplash or something, but just to make sure I bring up, once a grandmother, always a grandmother. Believe in yourself and realize that, you know, you're more than you think you are, and you should try to always stay true to yourself and not try to have to play someone or try to be the image of someone that you think you should be in front of people. She wants me to make sure that you are always true to yourself and that you always make sure that like you remember your roots and where you come from. So hang in there, and I just know this is her way to say she's okay, and I feel like there's an opportunity of never saying goodbye to her. So I wonder if you just missed out on her or almost found out that she like passed away without being there to say goodbye. But she wants me to say she feels like she's asking like, where are you? So did you see her like an hour after she passed away, or did you just leave the room before she died?
I got there like 20 minutes after she died.
Okay. Well, she wants me to let you know she was wondering where you were, like you were one of the last things on her mind. So the fact that at least you tried to get there, that's the intent. And that's what we should always focus on, is your grandmother knows the intent of you tried. Whether you could or not is not up to, I guess, your control all the time. Just know that this is her way of saying, and when we couldn't say goodbye, today, through your work and the people you know, your grandmother has the opportunity to say hello to you. So, thank you very much. All right, you're very welcome.
Hi, I'm Mariah, and I'm a segment producer for The Maury Show. So today, I got a psychic reading by Christopher Allan, and I was really, really nervous. I didn't know who would necessarily come up for me, and I had a lot of anxiety about my grandmother, who he actually brought up a lot. I was surprised by some things that he said, especially about my niece, and I didn't really think about that car crash. He had mentioned a car crash, and then my grandmother's spirit kind of saved her, because that was a very, very scary experience. And my grandmother dying was very, very hard for me and my family. And I always got mad that I wasn't there. To know that she was thinking of me and looking for me, it didn't make me feel guilty. It's more so of like she was thinking of me And I always hoped that she was thinking of me because I spent every Saturday of my living life with her. And she was like a second mom, and losing her has to this day been the hardest death. To know that like she is watching over me and she hears me when I call her when I'm looking for a parking spot. Like just little things like that makes me really, really happy. Sometimes when I come into work, I can't find a free parking spot. I'm just like, Jesus, God, like please, please, please help me find a parking spot. Like I'll pray, 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 pray. Sometimes I'll bring her up, but like it was just really funny. Like that's a normal daily thing. I've always believed, but I think that's what made me nervous, because it's like I've had a few people pass away and I just didn't know what would happen, and it's definitely brought me some sort of peace. Thank you, Chris. I really, really appreciate it a lot.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Now, if you want to see more Maury content, click here. And be sure to subscribe to be the first to know about new videos.